testing times. Oh, there's this damn thing that we can't even see that's killing people. And I am making this video through sheer frustration and concern to tell you guys a few steps that anybody can do to make your immunity stronger in the long run, because eventually that's the only thing that's going to get you through this, and hopefully we're all alive and well. Because you know what, these vaccines, I don't know about these vaccines, man. People with the vaccine are still getting it. So you might as well do certain things. Okay, you cannot just take the vaccine and then relax. They're still telling you to wear masks, they're still telling you to use sanitizers, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. We want to be able to live like the way we live now. I mean, it's not like we live very greatly, but it was still much better than this stuff that's happening nowadays. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get fat adapted. Yeah, this sounds like I'm trying to be a salesman, because I specialize in low carb diets and I follow a ketogenic diet and I'm a nutritionist and I give diets to people. But no, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that there are two sides to a coin. Okay, look at this comb. There are two sides to this comb, right? No matter how thin you can slice the comb, there are still two sides to it. Okay, I'm not going to get into the philosophy. I'm just saying, if you are supposed to run on a surplus, which is glucose, that means you are supposed to run on fat as well, which is on a deficit. Okay, so you've been on a surplus far too long. Most of the people that are being impacted by this virus are diabetic. What is diabetes? Whether it's carbs that cause diabetes or whether it's a surplus that causes diabetes, you need deficit, you need fat adaptation. So you want to get rid of this constant surplus mode in your body. You can do that by either eliminating carbs for some time, or you can start fasting. Okay, so you can start fasting and you can do some fasted cardio in the morning, which you will again get two things while doing one thing at that time. You'll be walk in the sun, you'll get vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. You know, there are people who take a lot of vitamin D supplements and are still vitamin D deficient because they can't use fat properly. There's no point. Your body can't use vitamin D well unless it's being able to use fat well. Okay, because the vitamin is fat soluble, man. Like how much more obvious should that be? So if you store fat, you need to be fat adapted. You need to learn how to be fat adapted. There are guys over there telling you about how carbohydrates are not the enemy. Yeah, it's not the enemy, dude. Who said carbohydrates are the enemy? But you need to get fat adapted. That's a fact. Okay, so you learn to go without food for some time. Don't keep eating all the time. Either you skip breakfast. Okay, forget that word skip. That scares people. Postpone breakfast. Okay, or you can prepone dinner. Eat before sunset. After sunset, don't eat anything. Most people can't do this because they sleep so late. This will force you to sleep on time. Sleep on time. Sleep on time. I'm saying this as a night owl. I was a night owl. Not very long ago, I used to sleep at 3, 4 a.m. and wake up at about 11. Then I made a change and it's worth it. Because you know what? This doesn't just make a change at what time you wake up and what time you sleep. It makes a change here. You get shit done. Yeah, you actually find it easier to do things because these guys who sleep very late, they have this procrastination attitude. Okay, I'm not saying great people don't, these achievers don't sleep late. There are many guys who have achieved a lot in the night while everyone's asleep. But you know what? You get the best sleep when the sun is out. So you preferably just want to do that. Wake up early and go to sleep, follow the sun. Okay, and also expose yourself to the sun. Get out there. Another thing that you need to do is get some physical exercise that's intense. Okay, not just a walk. Okay, not just a jog. Some resistance training, some sprints, something that challenges you and you can't continue the activity for more than 10 seconds. You really need to do this because this is what's going to make sure that your body decides to maintain some life inside itself. Most of you don't know how to sprint. 20-year-old guys, you can easily tell these guys can't run. They've lost the ability to run. What is sadder than that? They're telling me that even young people are not safe from this virus. I'm like, how is that even surprising? There are young people with blood pressure problems. There are young people who are diabetic. There are young people that are obese. Age has nothing to do, man. It's not about age. It's about health. And people still find it hard to take these steps, but they're taking 2 or 3 masks and slapping it on their face. And they're trying to be away from people, locking themselves in a room. So many teenage guys are just constantly alienated on this phone. You don't do that. Keep the phone away. Talk to real people. That's what you want to do. Okay? So the main thing is you want to make sure you're mindful of what you eat. You want to make sure you get some sunlight. You want to make sure you do some intense physical activity. Sleep and wake up on time. And also learn to meditate. That's one thing you want to learn, because it's very important. Most people have forgotten how to get their attention to the present moment, and meditation is just that, forcing you to just put your attention to what's happening right now. It's going to be incredibly boring and very difficult at the start. Even 5 minutes is very difficult at the start. I don't even know why they have not taught children these things. What are they teaching you in school? They have not taught you how to meditate. They're getting you set for a life filled with stress, but they don't teach you how to meditate. They teach you A plus B the whole square. I don't know where that has helped me till date. Okay? But they don't teach children how to get back their attention from all sorts of whirlwind stuff happening inside their head to back to what's happening right now. And then you give them phones before they're even in the 10th standard, and you expect them to be fine. Doesn't make sense. We need to be more mindful about these things and also use these devices for what they were made for. They were not made for you to kill time. Okay, if I tell a person to go and sit in one place for 3 hours, they'll go crazy. But if I give them a phone, they do it effortlessly. You can't kill time, it's killing you. It's sucking you in. Be more mindful of these things. Use it to get knowledge. Use it to do things, make some videos and give someone else knowledge, bro. You don't sit there and just mindlessly consume entertainment and make those stars up there. They're probably doing some stuff that we don't know about, man. So let's get our life back. Share this video. People need to learn. People need to hear this. And we're all sensible people, we're just blind. So wake up.